Sheva, at his best, was a lethal combination of grace, power, and precision that cemented his legacy as one of the most electrifying strikers of all time. Andriy Shevchenko's story is not just about goals, it's a saga of determination, resilience, and an unwavering love for the beautiful game. Born in Dvyrkivshchina, a small village in Ukraine, Shevchenko grew up during turbulent times as the Soviet Union was crumbling. But amidst the chaos, one thing was clear. This boy had an extraordinary gift. Spotted by scouts at an early age, he joined Dynamo Kyiv's youth setup, and the rest, as they say, is history. But don't let that fool you. It wasn't an easy road. At Dynamo Kyiv, Shevchenko honed his craft under the legendary Valery Lobanovsky, who shaped him into a complete player. Under Lobanovsky's meticulous and demanding methods, Sheva developed his blistering pace, clinical finishing, and tactical intelligence. By the late 90s, he had become the crown jewel of Ukrainian football, terrorizing defenses in the Champions League. That hat trick against Barcelona at the No Camp in 1997? Pure magic. It was a statement that said, "The world better pay attention." And then came the move to AC Milan in 1999, a transfer that would forever change the course of his career. Milan paid a then-club record fee for Shevchenko, but what they got was a player worth every penny and more. In his debut season, he became the first foreign player to win the Serie A Golden Boot in his maiden campaign, scoring an astonishing 24 goals. Sheva wasn't just a striker, he was an artist who painted football's most beautiful moments with his feet. What made Shevchenko truly special wasn't just his goal tally. Although, let's be honest, 175 goals in 322 games for AC Milan is jaw-dropping. It was the way he scored them. Long-range screamers, delicate chips, headers that defied physics. Sheva had every trick in his arsenal. Watching him play was like witnessing poetry in motion. And yet, he was also a player who thrived in the toughest of battles. He could outpace defenders, outmuscle them, and, most importantly, outthink them. Of course, we can't talk about Shevchenko without mentioning his crowning moment, that decisive penalty in the 2003 Champions League final against Juventus. The pressure was immense. The weight of an entire club rested on his shoulders, and yet, with ice in his veins, he buried the ball into the net and delivered Milan their 6th European crown. Moments like that are what separate the greats from the legends. Sheva's success wasn't confined to Milan. On the international stage, he carried the hopes of Ukraine, leading them to their first ever World Cup in 2006 and even scoring in the group stages. It's hard to overstate how much he meant to Ukrainian football. He was their talisman, their leader, their hero. But what truly allowed Shevchenko to rise to such heights? In my opinion, it was his adaptability and relentless work ethic. He wasn't just a striker who waited for the ball. He was a player who constantly evolved his game. He could drop deep, link up play, and even take on defensive responsibilities when needed. Combine that with his incredible football IQ and mental toughness, and you have a player who was built for greatness. Now, let's not ignore the controversies. His move to Chelsea in 2006, a $44 million blockbuster transfer, didn't exactly go as planned. Injuries and tactical mismatches under Jose Mourinho meant Sheva never quite hit the same heights in England. Some argue that move tarnished his legacy, but to me, it only adds depth to his story. Even in adversity, Sheva remained a class act, always putting in the effort and never shying away from responsibility. When I think of Shevchenko, I don't just think of the goals or the trophies. I think of the passion, the drama, the moments that made you fall in love with football all over again. He was more than a player. He was an icon who transcended borders and brought joy to millions. Sheva, at his best, was a lethal combination of grace, power, and precision that cemented his legacy as one of the most electrifying strikers of all time. Andriy Shevchenko's story is not just about goals. It's a saga of determination, resilience, and an unwavering love for the beautiful game. Born in Dvyrkivshchina, a small village in Ukraine, Shevchenko grew up during turbulent times as the Soviet Union was crumbling. But amidst the chaos, one thing was clear. This boy had an extraordinary gift. Spotted by scouts at an early age, he joined Dynamo Kyiv's youth setup